Oh, yeah. So anyway, so I've been playing Spider-Man, and it's complete bullshit that my house is not in the game. I personally sent many letters to Sony.
David, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's the Chainsaw Man.
I'm David, and this is your dose of Chainsaw Man. You can join us every Friday where we see what masterpiece Fujimoto put out.
I'm Jordan, and if you're looking for regular Shonen Flop goodness, you could find our next episode to hear our full thoughts on Cyborg Grandpa G, featuring Oh, That's Raspberry, this Monday.
And just a reminder, these recordings are open to everyone, so listen in and chat along with us on the Shonen Flop Discord every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern when there's a new chapter out. Find a link to it in our show notes or on our site. And Jordan, What was your devil this week?
The migraine devil. Oh God, listener, I'm sorry. On the Cyborg Grandpa G episode, I had a horrible migraine, and I hope it didn't affect the listenership that bad.
You just sound like complete shit.
Oh, I know. It's just normal, though. How about you, David?
So mine was the food devil. I was at a conference this weekend, and I just ate way too much, but it's okay.
Ugh.
I will survive, and I will be brave.
I will survive. I will survive.
But enough about that, though, Jordan. How about the plot summary for
Chapter 146, Chainsaw Man War? Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Let's do the fucking plot summary. So Asu's kind of shot right now because her arm just got sliced off, and Yoshida goes in for the killing blow. But enough about that. Forget about it. Flash to Barum, who says that the devil he actually made the church followers contract with was the Fire Devil, which can make them take on any form they desire.
AKA my mixtape devil.
Doing the Squidward. Anyway, just then, chainsaws burst out from the heads of churchgoers all over the world. Barum reveals that at 5 p.m. today, mass weddings occurred in their Chinese and Canadian chapters. Blame Canada, in which the married couple would sign contracts at the same time. Popcorn David.
The influx of contractors greatly increased the power of the Fire Devil's contracts, allowing them to take the form of Chainsaw Man. The church members are now tearing people apart, going insane. Barum then says that in half a year, he and Fami plan to kill the King of Terror and free the human race. Nayuta confirms that she can feel it because the King of Terror is her sister, the Deaf Devil. Dun dun dun.
Oh my God!
Finally name dropped. And Fami's plan is to make everyone terrified of Chainsaw Man and war so that they can fight her. What Hawk and Dove represent is war and chainsaws.
Chainsaw Man in war. Oh God, you think there's a peace devil?
Yeah, I'm sure people fear peace, like the warmongers and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if Nayuta feared peace.
I wonder how strong peace would be. I hear that people don't give peace enough of a chance, David.
But what is it good for? Absolutely everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I was doing a bit.
I see.
And then, though, Jordan, why was this week's chapter 10 out of 10?
This was sick. We got some good gore. We got some good explanation. Some shit is going down. The church's plan is going into fucking effect, you know? We got chainsaws bursting out of people's heads. We got fire and mass wedding. What more could you ask for, David?
I know, right? Also, it looks like Asa's alright. Giggity giggity. Just kidding. She's underage. That's not okay. But she did get her right arm cut off, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah. As I mentioned, she's a little bit in shock, it looks like. I would be too.
Yeah.
We also learned that there is a movie called Chainsaw Man vs. Shark.
I love that. Definitely a look back reference.
Yeah, absolutely. R.I.P. Beam.
I miss Beam.
And it's really cool how, once again, Fujimoto picks a power for a devil that you wouldn't expect. Like, the Fire Devil doesn't burn. That's not what it is.
Yeah, he really likes to focus on these secondary properties where it's not about the literal heat, it's about the buildup. You know, like how fire isn't dangerous unless it's in a large enough quantity, which actually I wonder if like the water devil would play in a similar thing where it's really about kind of the mass and the overwhelming force of it rather than literally drowning people.
I kind of took it a different way because, I mean, it seems like with any devil, the more contracts will make it more powerful. I don't know, though. They haven't confirmed that. That just seems to be what it is. But what I took it to be is like the concept of the flame of desire. Yeah.
Well, so maybe that's like a special property of the fire devil is it just really is easy to make contracts with or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love, though, by the way, unrelated to that, I love how when Katana Man sees all of the Denji, he kind of has like that rip and tear energy from Doom Guy on page 7, where he's like, oh, hell yes.
Bring it on. You have huge guts.
Watch as Fujimoto makes Katana Man the best guy in the series.
Katana Man, pretty fucking cool. I do think it's very interesting. Like, you might be right about your interpretation, too. I think we're both right, David.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, fire spreads. This fire is out of control. It's going to burn this city. And it seems to have spread all over the world, at least in Japan, Canada, and China. So the whole world.
Fujimoto has officially confirmed Canada exists in his Masterpiece universe.
They have not defeated the Canada Devil yet. People remember Canada exists.
Yep. Oh, God. Imagine that. He eats the Canada Devil and there's nothing north of America.
There is, just nobody knows what's there. They're like, what's north of, what's north of Michigan? I don't know, actually. I never thought about it.
We've always owned all of Lake Michigan.
Niagara Falls? Why, that's American. Entirely.
Also, though, so why do you think Fami wants to kill Death?
Do you think that she wants to usurp Death as the king?
So my thought is, because you ultimately die from famine, but if people can't die, they could be in famine eternally and just suffer.
Ooh.
So that's my thought, is that it means that her effect will go on forever.
That's an interesting concept because it's true for the other four horsemen as well. If people are dead, you can't control them anymore. And if people are dead, they can't fight in war anymore. Yeah, because death is the end of everything, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
I still think that Entropy Devil will be a super powerful devil, too.
Is entropy not just some scary because it leads to death?
Well, it leads to nothingness.
Is that not death?
I mean, it's nothingness for everything forever.
Doesn't that mean that everything's dead?
Yeah, I guess, but it means things that aren't even capable of death are dead, because it means that there's no real energy existing, so it's just everything floating in space, motionless forever.
But what you just said,
and that's what entropy is.
It means that everything that can't die, dies. Yeah. So it's all dead, hence the death devil.
So anyway, though, Jordan, can you believe next chapter is coming out on Halloween?
Halloween! Oh,
God,
man,
Halloween.
You think Cosmo's gonna come back?
Yes, and she's bringing Wanda.
Oh my God, David.
The Wanda Devil.
Oh my God.
Jordan's like, did he just make a Fairly Odd Parents reference? I was like, yes, he did.
Okay.
Can't even be mad.
I mean, I still am, but, whatever. Oh, man. The Death Devil's gonna have some weird-ass power, like, I don't know. The Death Devil is, by its very nature, like, everything kind of leads to death.
Yeah. It's interesting. Makama said that there were, 3 other states that can happen to something besides death.
Ooh.
But Chainsaw Man apparently ate them. So death is now the only thing that can happen when you die.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
There was some form of heaven or hell, the Hell Devil exists.
Or reincarnation.
Like heaven or reincarnation or something, but the Chainsaw Devil ate them.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking Denji ate the reincarnation devil or something.
Excuse me, Pochita ate them.
You're right, Pochita ate.
Pochita ate them.
Because Pochita's a good boy.
Pochita's a good boy, and he just wants everyone to die. And I respect that.
You got it. But yeah, and then my last point is, imagine if Asa, all of this bullshit is powering up the War Devil enough that Asa, regrows her arm and, beats the shit out of the Devil Hunters.
I mean, as we've seen, the War Devil allows Asa to, heal her body. I mean, the first chapter involved her head getting torn open. So yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
True.
I think it's entirely possible that Yoshida dies next chapter.
I think so too, but I still feel like there's some mystery behind Yoshida.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, Fujimoto's killed off people that were more interesting for less.
He has killed people very unceremoniously.
Yeah, like Himeno. Damn.
I remember my friend saw that Katana, and he's Katana Man arc, and he's like, there's going to be a time reverse or something. Like, nope. After he watched it, he was like, wow, I guess they just all died. And I'm like, yep, welcome to Chainsaw Man. Oh, goodness. Jordan, do you have anything else you want to add?
I showed Steph the Texas Chainsaw Massacre last night.
Oh, yes. It's a very interesting movie.
It's a really interesting movie. So I saw Friday the 13th with her on Friday the 13th, and that movie
Spoopy.
is actually not very good.
Oh yeah, I saw you posting about that.
It's a hilarious movie because the whole movie is based on the idea that the kills are scary, and they're not. So it just becomes really funny because you hate the teenagers. They suck. Halloween, the issue with Halloween is that you can tell it's a really good movie, but it's been ripped off so many times that it is now completely predictable. Like, you know exactly what's going to happen in the next scene because everything has become a trope. Not the movie's fault. That's just what happened. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not at all the kind of movie that you think it is. It is like this really interesting kind of movie. It is not like this sort of like slasher movie in the way that Friday the 13th and Halloween are.
Yeah, the director considers it a black comedy, and it was attempting to be a PG-rated film back before PG-13 existed.
That's crazy, but like believable, kind of, oddly enough.
I think PG-13 horror is such an interesting space to be in because you can't use a lot of the low-hanging horror tropes.
Yeah, a lot of movies just completely fail at that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I also showed her Evil Dead 2. So we got like the two main chainsaw influences for movies, you know? Yeah.
I feel like that's a good point to end on, so I want to say thank you so much for all your hard work on the show.
Yeah, thank you, David.
You can find us on Twitter at Shonen Flopcast, Tumblr Shonen-Cast, and our website ShonenFlop.com. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, or wherever else you get your podcast. Props to Shannon for the awesome cover art. You can find her online at illuminyatea. As a reminder, you can join us recording every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern when there's a new chapter out. Find a link to it in the show notes or on our site. And stay tuned for Monday as we give our full thoughts on Cyborg Grandpa G, featuring Ooh, That's Raspberry. And then, Jordan, though, you know what, though? I bet next chapter is definitely going to have Rize in it. And you know why? It's quite simple.
Oh no, David, stop your dumb shit that you're saying because I'm looking at the clock and looks like the Chainsaw Minute's passed.
Bye.
Bye. The Chainsaw Minute!